The iconic Silver Dollar in Clifton is back open after a change in ownership.
The restaurant is known for its highly curated whiskey and bourbon list, and our Sam Carter is live at Silver Dollar this morning, letting us know what we can expect as you head back into the Louisville staple. And he's probably tried, what, 3-4 bourbons at this point?
By now.
Sam?
More like 5 or 6, ladies. It's already just after 5. I got to get an early start. Guys, that owner that you're talking about, he's right here next to me. This is Brian Downing. Brian actually has a really long history with Silver Dollar. Brian, when did you start at Silver Dollar? And just take us through kind of your arc, because I find it fascinating.
So, thank you, Sam. I moved to Louisville, Kentucky in 2012 to learn everything I could about American whiskey. And that meant I got here in August, and I was set to open another bar. That bar wasn't ready yet, so I started working here. I started working here as a busser. I ran food, and became a server, and then eventually a bartender here while waiting for this other bar to open up. And the goal for me coming here to Kentucky was to learn everything I could about American whiskey. I've been super passionate about whiskey as a fan, as an enthusiast, as a distiller, and certainly now as an operator.
You know, it's hard to find anyway a better or more curated bourbon selection than you have here, and that's what people come to expect from Silver Dollar over much of the last decade. When we have this same conversation a year from now, how do you want people talking about this place? Is it the bourbon? Is it the food, which we'll get to a little bit later? What is it?
So I think really the goal isn't the bourbon or the food. We're going to measure our success by the people who are in here, right?
Wow.
And that's going to be the thing that makes a difference. And that means, hospitality first and foremost. And that's not just hospitality from us to you as a guest, but also to our staff, to the folks who work in our kitchens, to the folks who go out in our waiting tables and making sure that we're taking care of each other. And that means taking care of you. Yeah, we've got an incredible whiskey selection. Whiskeys from mostly around Kentucky. We've got a few whiskeys from around outside of some other states make some whiskey that makes it back here.
You're taking big swings with that.
You're
taking big swings with that, Brian.
I think it's I think it's crucial.
Brian, this guy is the most passionate guy about American whiskey I've really ever met. And now, from busser to manager to owner of Silver Dollar, they are relaunching. They relaunched a couple of days ago. You should come check it out. There's new menu items. We're going to be talking about that a little bit later this morning. But really, the heart of this place is behind the bar, and that's where we're going to be around 5:45. We will see you then.
That is such a cool story.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that they kept it open, and I know that I'm not the only one.
I know, and it's so cool that he started there as a busboy and then now owns it, so he knows so much about it and just really has a lot of passion and love for it.
It's a great spot, especially for brunch. That chicken and waffles is fantastic.
I was gonna say, it's so good.